Good morning, everyone, and welcome to DPC, Drone Power Concepts, where we are working on an experimental drone. And I'm going to do a short video detailing what we're going to do to take precautions in this build. Now, this is built and printed from PETG. I did make sure that the wall thickness on the bottom half had enough walls to make these points where the engine was mounted solid. We are transferring these components over to it that I had found in the garage that are going to power this whole system. And I have a battery bay. It's already here and it's ready to go. So I'm running a 14S. I'm sorry, 14S. I'm sorry, a 4S, 14.8 volt, 1500 milliamp pack. It fits nicely in there, so it's not too heavy. But you could put a bigger pack in there depending on whether or not these props could lift it. It's really going to be experimental at this stage. But basically, someone had mentioned to me, one of the subscribers, that I think these engines are going to get pretty hot. So putting them directly against the PETG is not something I think I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is, since I have half a frame and don't have the rest of the frame, and this doesn't fit on here anyway because it's made for a 20 by 20, I'm going to take this after I mount it in here, because I do have the mount for the SpeeDV in there, and I'm going to have the rubber grommets underneath it to insulate it from the vibrations of the body. I'm going to take this frame and I'm going to cut these arms off where the motors are mounted. Okay, so those arms will be cut off straight across and then inserted into here and glued on with CA glue. And then on the bottom, I'll take the rest of the frame and reinforce the other side just to be safe. But it'll also keep the heat directly off the PETG. So I'm going to do that, because otherwise I have no use for this half of a frame anyway. So that'll work out well. And the overall goal is to see how fast we can get this drone. Realistically, it's just a fun drone. I'm not going for, circuit loops through, lit tunnels or whatever, and through goggles, and, trying to see how fast I can go, because it's like playing Warzone nowadays. Everyone's doing their best to move so fast that there's really no realism or joy in it. So I'm going to enjoy flying this thing. And yeah, I want to get some speed in there, but I'm not trying to do acro flips and tricks and so on and so forth. Right now, we're just experimenting with the design and seeing how she flies. So, I think what we're going to end up doing, like I said, is using the carbon fiber that I do have here, just cut it the way I need it, and implement it into here, CA glue it down, so I have that little bit of extra heat protection from absorbing into the PETG. And I'm wondering how these props will act in here, because it's going to be slightly ducted, which will be nice. The airflow over this will basically cause a low pressure system here. It'll act as an airfoil in a sense here. It'll be able to disperse the air all the way over as it gets faster, which is directly into the motor. And at lower speeds, it'll probably pull it in here to kind of help. I don't know. I haven't done any CFD testing on the model yet, but I will. But I think it's going to work out well. I think it's going to work out very well. And I think that the idea isn't practical, but it's fun. So that's pretty much the whole idea, right? Have fun. I do have a port here for the ELRS antenna, and a channel that goes all the way down to where the SpeeDV is mounted down at the bottom. So that'll be perfect right there. I know a lot of you may have debated whether or not I should put that right through the tip. Just let the antennas go, But hey, I'm experimenting at this point, so it's all about having fun. The reason why this looks like this is because I used a white PETG for the body, blue for the bottom, red for the top, and black for the lettering. But because I was trying to save infill, You know, to say filament, I purged the infill into the body and it's gyroidal. So it came out with this really cool looking marble texture. Not something I anticipated. Kind of wanted it to be totally white to match the rest of the body frame itself. But it still came out good. I like it. It's no big deal. It's a prototype. So we're going to get everything transferred over. We're going to run it on this pack. I'll weigh this to get an overall weight of these, how much this weighs here, because this is a little bit heavier because, again, I made it a thicker wall so that I have more stability on this part. It would be solid. There wouldn't be like an infill and then 2 shells for the outer wall because then it just would not hold up. I'll integrate the carbon fiber and then we'll basically put it together and give it a test run. See how fast she goes. So be looking for that video. Where I'll be filming it at. I will probably do some hover tests in the backyards. There might be some lives or some shorts that I do here for that. And then when I get out to the field where I'm actually going to kind of open it up and fly around, there's no signal out there, so I can't go live. And I want to kind of get the video done, and then I'll bring it in and bring it to Premiere and make it all pretty for you. But, yeah, I mean, this is going to work. I'm going to make a little square or a U-shaped kind of adapter. So when I put in a different pack like this, it's stabilized in the middle as best as possible so that its balance is even. So that's how I want to do that. And then you can pull that insert out if you want to put in a bigger pack, if the drone's props can handle the weight. So that's what we're going for. That's the experimental side of it right there. So be looking for that. It's going to be, I'll be working on it today, getting things transferred over and getting things wired up. Not running GPS on it. Not running the DTX or the camera on it yet. That'll be a different cone. That's why this cone is screwed in, because I can just take it off and then put in an FPV cone where I have a clear glass here to have the camera on there once I get some good goggles. So that's where we're at. And what's been keeping me going on this right now consistently, because you probably noticed I haven't stopped, is the bitter coffee for bitter people. And you can find the link for this in my bio. It is breakfastinbread.store. Make sure you get your bitter coffee today, and make sure you get your merch while you're there. That's some good coffee. I mean, hey, if anything's going to get you up in the morning, it's bitter coffee. So, with that being said, be looking for the update for this video and the flight, and possibly even a live from my backyard when we go to test it. So, that'll be fun. Until then, thanks everyone who supports me and DPC, which is me. So, thank you for supporting me, and I will see you soon.